Hey friends, it's Nikki. Welcome or welcome back. This video is part of my Halloween series where I'll be sharing 2 videos a week just with one quick project all the way up until Halloween. If spooky really isn't your thing, don't worry. I'll still be posting my regular videos as well. So skip over this if you don't want to watch. Thank you to one of my faithful subscribers for pointing me towards all the fun prints in the Graphics Fairy. I'm pairing that with another image I picked up on Etsy, and I'll make sure I have those linked down below. And as you can see, I'm just tearing along all the sides. The canvas I got at the Dollar General, but instead of using the front, I flipped it around. We're going to use the back side. And I also used my little torch to burn around the edges, and I think that adds a little nice variation and texture to this cute little witch print. And as you can see, I'm placing it right down inside of my canvas and using a little Mod Podge to adhere it, and then going right back over it with some more Mod Podge. This is a real quick project. You can really throw this together in no time, and I think she is just so beautiful. And that moon in the background is so whimsical and fun, and I really think you guys are going to love this one as much as I do. The print from the Graphics Fairy is really fun because it looks like it's straight up out of an old dictionary. It pairs well with this so well. And as you can see, I used my brayer just to smooth out any bubbles when I adhered my little witch down. The casting you saw was from Redesign's new release, and I'm pairing it with this other print I found on the Graphics Fairy. My idea is to turn this into a witch's globe, almost like her crystal ball, where all kinds of magical things can be seen. I want it to feel like if you look closely enough, you might catch a swirl of smoke, a flash of light, or even a secret vision flickering across the surface. And I'm painting around the rim of it the color Fern by Waverly, and the base of it black chalk paint. And then I'm just going to add a bead of Aleene's Tacky glue and put this little strip of black cord along the base. To bring all those beautiful highlights into the surface, I'm just going to use a little bit of rub and buff on my hand, and that catches all the raised details so nicely and really makes the design come to life. I'm going to use some more Aleene's Tacky glue to adhere my image right to the back of my snow globe. And then once that's in place, I'm going to start softening and blending out some of that black chalk paint. And just so you know, that Aleene's Tacky glue will dry clear. I want to take a minute and thank you for being here and watching today. And if you're new, I hope that you'll enjoy this and you'll subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by September 23rd. So tag along with me, and I hope that you'll enjoy this content. I'm taking some Dad's air dry clay and one of my Redesign mold. Wait, no, this is IOD, and I'm just rolling it into like a snake and pressing it down into the mold and using my thumb to push it out. This is real easy, guys. Don't overthink it. And then I'll flex my mold a bit, flip it over, and roll it back, and there's my casting. I'm going to make a total of 6 of these. I do have a little bit left over, but I'm going to let you just watch me put it all together. While that's setting up, I'm going to start working on some of the finer details. I picked up this bundle of lacy ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and I thought a small little piece would look perfect on her sleeve. I absolutely love bringing in mixed media, and I think it really elevates a project and gives it more character. This piece of ribbon wasn't black, so I gave it a quick coat of black chalk paint, and then I went in with some distress ink, just kind of randomly, no rhyme or reason, just to give it that grungy, worn look. And then I end up taking a bit of Mod Podge, and I'm gonna brush that onto the moon. She's looking so pretty. What do you think? You could totally skip this step. I know a lot of people don't like glitter, but I'm gonna use a little bit of glitter over the moon. This I got at the Family Dollar, but as I said, if you don't really like glitter, don't use it. I think it's a lot of fun, as long as it's not all over me. I'm going to make sure that I have all of the images linked down below, but if you have any questions, just go ahead and leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And this tree, I got like a whole bundle of them like a long time ago. I set them up for Christmas, but I also use them for things like this, and I'm going to paint it black so it suits my style for this project. And oh, it's time to paint. So I'm going to take more of that black chalk paint, and I'm going to paint all around my castings, and I'm going to bring that right down into my image so it looks like it's all one cohesive piece. And I really love how this looks. For my witch's globe, I added some fairy lights, and I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue to kind of tack those down a little bit. If for some reason they die on me, I can easily just switch them out. I don't usually do the batteries on these ones because they're just so hard to replace. But for the battery pack itself, I use some glue dots to stick that onto the back of my globe. And the tumbling tower blocks that you see on the side from Dollar Tree, I put those on just to elevate it off of my picture. For my little tree, I'm just running a bead of Aleene's Tacky glue and a little bit of hot glue, and that hot glue tacks it down real quick and holds it there until the Aleene's Tacky glue dries fully. I've went through a lot of glue guns lately, and this one I love because it has such a precision tip on it that I can do the most delicate pieces, and it's great. It doesn't glob out on me. Oh, this Spanish moss I painted myself. I used some black spray paint. I just put on a glove and sprayed it, and it came out so nice. There's a little bit of the natural color poking through, and I absolutely love that because I think it really makes it look a lot more natural than it would be if it was just all one black piece. And I'm using more of that hot glue and kind of scrunching it up a little bit and pressing it down. I'm anxious to hear what you guys think about the witch's globe. If you think the scale is off a little bit, I was kind of thinking that. Do you think it belongs on this picture, or should I just take it off and use it in another project? I like it. I do like it. But at the same time, I do, like I said, I feel like the scale is off a little bit. And let me know. I want to make sure that I bring DIYs that you enjoy, but I also, like, some things make me insecure. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, I like it, but the scale is off a little bit, I think. But what will my viewers think? Will they think so too? And so I guess I need some validation sometimes. That candlestick you see that also came from Redesign's new release, I don't end up using it in this project. I do take it out. I'm using more of that rub and buff to bring all these beautiful details to life. They're so pretty, and I'm using an old makeup brush. I think it's like an eye makeup brush. I haven't used one of these in years. The only time I ever use them is in projects, but they work so nicely with blending out distress inks and things like rub and buff. So I think this gold is a perfect touch to this, and I think it comes out looking very elegant but also a little bit of that grunginess. What would you call this? What type of style would you call this project? This little globe feels like it could hold 100 secrets, with every flicker of light inside a new story waiting to be told. The florals, the shadows, and that eerie glow all come together to create a piece that feels like it belongs on the shelf of a witch's cottage, tucked between spell books and potions. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this project. I'd be so thankful if you left me a comment down below and help me reach that goal of 1,000 subscribers. I really want to keep creating for you guys. And thanks for spending time with me today. Until the next one, bye.